Body Melt from 1993. Summary. Residents of peaceful Pebbles Court, Homesville, what a fucking name, are being used unknowingly as test experiments for a new body drug that causes rapid body decomposition, melting skin, etc., and painful death. Directed by Philip Brophy. Don't even fucking look him up because it doesn't matter. Written by Philip Brophy and Rod Bishop. See, now I'm going to feel differently about this movie than both of you guys, even though it's Jared's pick.
Probably not way different than me. I didn't hate it.
Well, from the beginning, the computer sequence where they're showing that computer, I'm like, I love it already, because when they show a computer doing something that it cannot do, that 1990s computer or 80s computer, whatever it is, was literally doing every fucking thing it could do by running that code to make those graphics happen.
Star Fox graphics.
Yeah. Yeah.
No?
No, that's not what I'm shaking my head at.
He says it's not Star Fox graphics. Star Fox was clearly
He's
superior.
shaking his head at this movie, probably.
I'm shaking my head because Frank didn't ask me if there's anything I wanted to add.
Do you want to add anything?
I do.
I didn't know where to put it. I put it in the wrong place last time. I'm nervous.
Body Melt's got a tagline. The first phase is hallucinogenic. The second phase is glandular. And the third phase is body melt.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is released on Blu-ray in 2016 by Umbrella Entertainment. I've heard lots of people talk about how good this release is.
They're good people. There are a lot of good people talk about this.
But that's all I had to add as far as
I'll get it in the right place.
Yeah,
when
I picked this because I saw a lot of people reviewing it very positively.
Well, it is something else. To basically describe what's happening, there's a drug company, a vitamin company, and they have a group of test subjects living in like this little neighborhood, kind of. Is that what's going on?
What's those things called, Jared?
What things?
It's not a suburb, but
it's like
cul-de-sac.
Perfect. That's the word. There's like 4 or 5 different families there, and I thought it was sort of set up like an anthology movie a little bit because they touched on each family a little bit. I don't know. I liked it a lot. I thought when they introduced the inbred family, I gave it like a lot of brownie points for that.
That was one of my problems with it. Not that they were in it, but they tie into it later. But there's no reason to make a mystery of how they tie it. Like when they come in, it makes no sense.
Right.
It's just like if all of a sudden it feels like a completely different movie. By the end, they're part of the main dude of the inbred family was part of the team that created this formula. The reason it doesn't work is because he kept the part of it that keeps you from melting. He stole it, and that's why it doesn't work now. So it all kind of ties together, but it makes no sense when they come in.
I don't need that, though. I just need a fucked up family who's got a grandma set up watching porn in the back hallway.
Oh yeah.
The logistics of that made me fucking love this movie because there's some dude that's like, grandma's porn tape is, it needs rewound or whatever. They didn't have auto rewind. Not these motherfuckers. Somebody's in there working that schedule out for Granny. Yeah. But there was actual balls slapping in there.
It doesn't. The nudity's right away. In fact, I jotted it down at a minute 30 mark into it. You got boobs and penis right at a minute 30.
Boom.
But I think that's all there is. I don't think there's any more nudity in the movie.
If there is, it's not a great deal.
Yeah, not really. I liked.
I like that you guys always pick out the time. First thing. Here's what the movie's about.
Well, I mean, it just
at these points in time. Naked
it started,
people.
and
now let's talk about the movie.
If it's right away, you gotta.
I wasn't expecting. I have dick on my screen at 1 minute 30 into this movie.
Yeah, I loved all the hallucination sequences. I even like the simplistic electronic score. I liked everything about this movie really. That's me though.
Jason's face. I wish the camera wasn't over there and it was over here and we could have caught that expression.
I'm sure I've got him on it. But the muscle man's voice, the high pitched muscle man,
That made me giggle.
the kid when the kid gets smashed on the half pipe, and they're like, oh, he's just camping tonight or whatever, and then he rolls over and his fucking face is all smashed.
Yeah, the movie has stuff worth watching in it. I thought the death scenes and the effects in it were they're really great.
The melt.
Yeah, they're really
is
great.
entertaining.
They're really great 90s.
There's a dick that
cheese
explodes.
effects.
Oh well, let me just say, a woman massages a rib out of a guy.
Oh yeah, that's good.
A pregnant lady drops placenta from her body.
And then it
A
attacks the guy.
bodybuilder's penis explodes when he gets in an erection.
Yeah.
Like, if all this sounds good to you,
Yeah, check
Yeah,
it
I mean,
out.
there's where the movie fell apart with me is they had a cool story. The idea of the drug company and
good enough.
Yeah, like they had a cool story for what they were doing with good effects. The acting,
Good enough effects.
The acting isn't anything worth mentioning, but it wasn't terrible.
No, it is an
like, taking me out
Australian
of the
film, so
movie.
that's a little charm added to it. It's
But
Australian.
they had all the elements you need to make a good good cheesy 90s horror movie, and the way the story twists and turns, it's not funny cheesy. It's just it hurts the movie. It takes you out of it.
I've actually heard people compare this to Dead Alive.
I could see that.
Like, that's not.
I could see how you could compare it, but it's
I
nowhere
mean, it's
in the same.
it's a disgusting movie. But other than that,
and it's Australian. That's close to New Zealand.
I mean, I
so-
was incredibly bored a lot with this movie. I was never bored once in Dead
There's no time.
Alive.
Yeah. I think the way they kill people and their ideas could have paid off, but they just tell the story in a poor way.
I think that the only thing that allows this movie to have the following that it does is the body horror, the effects.
Yeah,
everything else is garbage.
It's absolutely over the top death scenes.
I like, you know me. I like bologna sandwich movies. That's what this is. I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think it would be a perfect double feature with Street Trash. I don't know if you guys have seen that one, but double feature Street Trash and Body Melt, can't beat it. What you say, guys?
I don't think it's a good story. Well, it's a good idea, like you said, but no, they didn't pull it off. There's absolutely no character development, no atmosphere. It does have a little bit decent soundtrack, or at least some decent parts. It's got practical effects, so that's one good thing. It's disgusting, so if that's your thing, you may like it. I gave it a 4.
I got, if you're into 90s cheese, this is that. It falls apart in the execution of the story from being really good. And the thing I had in it is overall, it's funny, it's gory. If you're in 90s cheese, I think it's worth your time, but definitely whenever you get to it, I wouldn't put it high on a list. It's worth watching, but I gave it a 6 out of 10.
Well, there you have it.